Okay, you guys watch this. We're gonna change angles this way. Got it. Well, there you go. Sort of chartreuse. That's a dam. Small to short.
What is up, MFers? Gotta be honest with you guys a little bit. I made a special trip to a brand new lake today, and I was like, I'm gonna put the boat in and I'm gonna go out in the middle of the lake and scope with the forward-facing sonar some absolute freaking slaunches. Well, guess what? I got here, I was all excited, dropped the trolling motor in the lake, and I see this on the screen every single place that I freaking put the motor down. Yeah, that's right, folks. We got clutter for days. We got threadfin shad, we got freaking crappie, we got white bass, everything but big old giant largemouth out there floating around, or at least that I could see. And I'm gonna save you guys the boredom of the first 4 hours of my day where I didn't catch anything and go right into a damn rip fest, which happened when I decided I was gonna start using this little tiny brain of mine just a little bit and start exploring and fishing some of this beautiful habitat like what's right back behind me. And not only that, I actually did it on an unreleased bait that I am so freaking excited for that you guys have probably never seen before. I know you haven't seen it before. I don't even know if I'm supposed to show it, but I guess we're going to and just risk getting in trouble because it's a really, really special little bait. So I'm gonna turn the clock back just a little bit, back to when this all started to go down and come together. And then we're gonna talk about some of the conditions and show you guys the exact setup to throw it on. It's gonna be fun, let's go!
Okay. Okay. Touch the bottom and this guy comes up and eats it? What the heck? Freaking gulped it too. He said, crossways. Crossways. I don't even want to grab that one the way these hooks are on this thing, so I'm just gonna get it. Heck yeah. Heck yes, finally. New little pressure crank. Well, 6-pound guy, not what we're after, but we'll take him. I found this little rock area jut out, I guess it would be called, a little bump out on a point. And this thing hit the bottom and that guy gulped it up. And that's how you want him to eat it. Man, that fish is healthy down there eating all them shad. All right, big girl, freaking 6-pound Gina there. I don't know, I got nothing. Hopefully that's the sign of more to come on some of this cranking stuff. Didn't even think it was a fish at first. It hit one rock and just mushed. That one came up and gulped it. Figured I was snagged or something. He was in like 2 feet of water. Let's see if we can do it again. Ooh. Another one. Another one. He ain't as big, but that's another one. They must be stacked in there like cordwood. Small boy, that's okay. We'll lose this small boy. We'll throw in there enough times we'll get mama to come pick it up. That's a big one. That's a big one. No, no, he just loaded up good. Change my angle a little bit. You freaking thump. He's pissed, jeez. The boat's kind of floating away too, but he's really mad. Bro, what are you doing? Quit it. Quit it. I'm gonna let you go, maybe. I might fillet this guy if he acts like this. Now he's inside the face all weird, that's why. Another fat one, man. Look at that fish. He went down and got that sucker too. Man, freaking down in the gullet. No wonder he was pissed. Deal, 2.5 pounder, nothing crazy, but God, he ate it and just and it was just mush. Couldn't pull him for a second. Felt all sorts of delicious, but turned out it was just an appetizer. Hopefully not dessert. For those of you guys that want to see what we're fishing, little boulder action. Can't even see it on scope or anything. I'm just grinding it like we always do with the old squared bill. And they love this new one, that's for damn sure. Not a big one. Not a big one, but after the last few days, you know, I'll take some of that. That's probably what I deserve. Uh-oh. What do we do here? This dude just came up and slurped it and is mad and confused. Madden? Is this a freaking white? It is a white. God dang. Probably a bunch of these in this damn lake too. Look at that thing. We're freaking catching everything on the crank today. That's 3 different species. That's a big freaking white bass. Jesus. Well. Alright then. I'm gonna keep slanging. I don't know what's gonna pull back, but I'm gonna keep slanging. All right, so here's what I'm winding with today. So again, this is a new bait. It's gonna be called the Pressure series of baits. This is the 4-foot diver. I can get it down to 5 or 6, but it does consistently run 4 feet every single cast. I think that's special about this bait is the way that the bill is shaped, the way that the body's shaped, which is a flat-sided bait. As you can see, it does have a little bit of thickness there up at the front. And you know, 3D scales, same great paint schemes that 6th Sense has, really high quality hooks, sharp tacky round bends out of the package. The special thing about this bait is the way that it moves in the water. This kind of curved bill design that widens right there. What that does is as this bait is going side to side like that, it also has like this little twist motion, this wiggle, and it has a really tight wobble to it, and completely silent. As a lot of you guys know that throw flat-sided crankbaits, especially small finesse type flat-sided crankbaits like this entire series is, that's in different depth divers, they're really hard to cast. For whatever reason, this one casts better than any that I've used. I'm not just saying that. I've been throwing it into the wind all day, and it's, you know, easily hitting 80 to 90 feet into the wind, and I've bombed it 120 feet with the wind, no problem. So I don't, like I said, I don't know if I'm supposed to show you guys that or anything, but I guess we just did, and I'm not sure when they're going to be out. We'll only be in the next couple months at most, so they'll be in soon, but going to be a very special bait in my arsenal. You guys saw me catch some really good fish on that actually, and one of the opens this year when nobody around me could get bit. What's up, dude?
Nothing, man. I don't know what bait you're calling. Damn, it ain't whipping around.
This is the rod I'm throwing it on. It is the Team 6 7.3 medium heavy moderate. This has a nice, you know, it's a graphite rod. It's got maybe some more meat than people usually crank with, and the 7.3 medium would also be really good in the Team 6 also. I picked it up because it was the first one in my box, but the 7.2 medium heavy moderate MFer series and Lux series would both be really good for this technique as well. Tatula Elite 6-speed gear ratio reel, and I'm throwing it on a little bit lighter line than I usually throw crankbaits on, and probably lighter line than I should throw crankbaits because there's absolute freak shows that live in this place, which is 12-pound test. But I like to go as light as I can possibly get away with on my fluorocarbon when I'm throwing little finesse baits like this, because like I said, that special twisting, rolling motion is important. It's different than what any of the fish I've seen and felt, and the lighter line, the less resistance through the water you're gonna have, the better action, the more action you're going to get. So I'm gonna keep blasting down some more of these rock banks. You know, they're not straight up 45-degree angle banks. I'd say that they more kind of taper out to like a 30-degree angle bank, and then really the irregularities have been huge today, whether that be a point that comes out, just a random boulder that sticks out a little bit further, the same shit I'm always looking for when I'm cranking, and bang this guy into it. This bait's pretty much worthless if you're not making contact with the bottom, just like about every other type of moving bait. So let's keep slanging. That's the problem. We got freaking whites out here too. I just scoped that one with the damn crankbait 2 feet below the surface, fishing like a jerkbait, and he wants to mess me up. Don't do it, bud. Just hang out, just chill, don't do it, bud. He wants to mess me up because I messed him up, because he freaking came up and gulped it. Look at this guy. down there. Everything eats this thing. Oh, freaking one last swipe. He had to do that, didn't he? God dang it. I guess that's better than hook past the bar, but still blows. Get out of there. Please don't be a white bass. It's a white bass. God dang it. Got me all excited. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna crank riprap. Crush them on there. Wrong. Gonna catch white bass on it. Cut my fingers in half. Should be cooking these guys up, so what we should be doing. Bye, bud. A daggum white bass slayer today. Damn it. Retie your knots, people. Seemed like a big one too. So really probably the biggest tip I can give you guys is when you pull up to a spot like a rock outcropping like this. So we got a rock bank that gets, basically it's like a bluff bank almost, but it's not like a straight drop. I mean, it drops all the way like 7 feet in a couple spots. Most of it's kind of tapering. But then I come up here and we got a rock outcropping. There's rocks sticking out of the water out 70 feet from it. It just basically comes out. There's boulders everywhere. But when you pull up to a spot and you catch 1 fish, 2 fish, 10 fish on a cast, and then they stop biting, you know, you don't get a bite on 5 casts, so you pick up a spinner bait or another moving bait or a dragon bait. Maybe you get a bump, but they don't eat it. Do not move away from that spot. There is not only 5 fish there because you caught 5 fish. There is got to be more. I promise you that. All you have to do is change the angle you're fishing it at. If you were throwing straight across the front of it, get on the end and throw all the way down the side. If you're throwing all the way down the side of it, throw down across it, both sides like we are right here. The damn rock we're fishing about comes out of the water. It does come out of the water right there, but we haven't hit it from this angle because the winds that are back now facing this way and the boat's been into the wind, if that makes any sense. Simply changing the angle on whatever you're fishing, even if it's something as simple as like a grass point or, wow, we are fucking stuck on this shit. A grass point, a brush pile, a laydown even makes a huge difference. And you can usually get 1 more fish or 10 more fish out of it at times. You'd be surprised, because don't just assume just because you caught them off the bat that was the best angle, the best way to catch them. Well, there you go. That's what we're mimicking. Let's say our colors aren't too far off. Our size is a little bit bigger, but we even got the same little grayish blue back there with the little sort of chartreuse, a little shad dot on the thread fin there. That's what everything's eating in here. Largemouth, crappie, white bass, eating the tread fins. Well, the largemouth, I'm sure, are eating the white bass and the crappie too, but you guys get what I'm saying. Uh-oh. You guys already know. You guys already know. He's going sideways. We got a sideways boy. You know what that means. Old Mr. Bluefins here. This guy does have the bluest of bluefins. Look at him. Look at him go. Mr. Bluefins. Got the new color on now of the old Pressure Series 4. Not on purpose, simply because I got broken off. You know, fun stuff. And first cast, pulling up to another bank that looks like this. You know, we got points sticking out, we got little rock irregularities. And guess what? We got fish. And I just got rocked by another one. Oh, there he is, and look what he is. Mr. Bluefins. It's like if you get somewhere that the dang wind is on anything, it's old typical bluefin, bud. But hey, getting pulled back on, I guess, is fun, right? Not when they slice your thumb open, dickheads. Gotta be a bass right here. A big one too. It's like the biggest point that comes out this entire section of the lake. Gotta be one. No, there's probably 396 white-headed bass, but there's gotta be a large head. Gotta be. I'm begging. Come on. Come on. Be a largemouth. It jumped. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. But we did get a largemouth. We did it. Wow. These fish freaking fight in this lake. Small. So small. But hey, there was a fish, okay? I'm gonna say I'm okay with that, but I'm better than bluefins. There's another one. And he's wound up in something. Now he's not. Did he come off? Nope. Nope, he's doing the thing they do when they jump. That's a pale guy. Look at that. Look at his lateral line. Non-existent. Freaking magic. This bait. Got the magic bait. Like when I had the magic crab a couple weeks ago. There's gotta be more. No. Back out. There we go. Backs right out. Oh, and then one just... There it goes. That's a better one. That's a better something. It's pretty sideways. It's bluefin. Got ourselves another bluefin tuna. Under the chin bluefin. Frustrated when you bow into something that feels bigger because one of these guys has it sideways, and it's frustrating when these sumbitches are bigger than the frickin' bass you're catching. The world. It's funny, I just put on an orange one of these a second ago, a while ago. Couldn't get bit. Put the frickin' shad back on, and it's like instant. Which is weird, because usually that'd be a fire tip I'd give. You'd be like, hey, if there's 792,000 shad everywhere, throw something that looks a little bit different. Usually you can catch better quality and more when there's just a billion shad and you put on an orange or a chartreuse. Not here, apparently. They just, everything they've seen their entire life is white that they've eaten, and they want to eat themselves some white shads. Another large head, all right. No fooling me on that one. He jumped when it touched his mouth. Look at this one. He looks like a damn smallmouth. He's like bronze. He's so pale. Smallmouth, largemouth. We just caught our new species of bass. I mean, that would be a mean mouth, I guess. Huh. Maybe this will be one of those spots where you just got to weed through 600 of them and then finally you catch a donk. Yeah, I'll go with that. I feel like when they're just rocking it and not getting it, it is bluefins. And guess what, guys? Watch this. We're going to change angles and catch a fish. You guys ready? Get this cast in. We're going to do it. So throw it back over this way. And wait for it. Got it. What's Specy? He's pulling hard, so probably not in a largemouth. Yep, we got ourselves a bluefin. Got all them fire bluefin tips for you guys today. Bluefins and bronze larges, fire. Beats what I was catching out there in Narnia, though, that's for sure. Not a damn thing. Please be a big old donk. I don't think you are. You're definitely not big. Are you at least a pale guy or a blue? That's a blue tip. It's got to be a blue tip. He's sideways. Nope, it's a lot. Nope, it's blue tip. He was a paler blue tip. He tried to be sneaky on me, but I caught him being a blue tip. Getting about sick of that. Slack your damn line and then you pull back and it's one of those crickets. Oh geez, one just freaking tried to chase it out of the water. I bet you could catch these stupid things on top water even. That's gotta be better. That's gotta be better. Please don't be a white bass. Oh no, that's a damn Slanchosaur. At least for today, it's a Slanchosaur. Most days, I wouldn't classify it as that. He's sitting right up there in that corner right there where the wind's blowing into them rocks all day. He's just like, come on, Chad. Waller, and look at him waller. Waller! Try to waller off. You're not gonna waller off that. He's like, cold front. I ain't freaking netting him. 4-pound little chuck. Look at that son of a bitch. Yeah. He's like, it's in my eye. Poor little bud. I'm gonna take a picture of him. That way people will know I caught a bass. Yep, now they know. They'll be like, I bet he just went and caught bluefins all day. Nope, wrong again. We caught a bass mixed in. Fat, pretty fish. I like when fishing gets simple. We make it so hard. I make it so hard, and I throw all this fancy crap all the time and all these new techniques and all this stuff. But it's nice when you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna throw one bait. I'm gonna throw it at one depth. I'm gonna freaking spank them. God, that felt good when he freaking locked it up. Like I pulled into a freaking mushy sack. Garbage sack. Mushy sack.